Okay, gang, welcome back to the White Lotus Society. It's been eons. 3 weeks. No, yeah, 3 weeks since the finale of Act 1, in which you guys fought the Dreamers, defended the tower in the White Lotus Society, and took on a whole bunch of nightmares. Some of you through non-violent means, such as Lemisk being able to converse with his son, but nonetheless, you guys slayed the enemies that were attacking the White Lotus Society's capital. And there was a celebration that occurred. At the end of the celebration, this was obviously after the fact, this was in the in-between time. We didn't have to. We're off screening the celebration because this isn't Realms of Chaos. Okay, we don't need to who done it murder mystery type deal during the celebration. It doesn't need to happen. It was all happy. It was all good. Okay, but you get to the end of this party, so to speak. It was really like a week long, just like festival type deal. Um, because you guys, like, it was the end of the tournament, and then you guys saved the White Lotus Society, so on and so forth. Everything was good. After this week long festival, you meet with the commissioner, who has been trying to rebuild during this time. Him and his team, still trying to rebuild a lot of the White Lotus Society, as a decent amount of the capital was destroyed when all of the nightmares attacked. And also, I just now thought about the fact that uh, you guys do get your sponsor bonuses. So because of what you did, you guys will be getting more. Not permanently, but this one time. So Cross and Osei, you will be getting 150. Lemisk, you will be getting 200, and Lake, you'll be getting 250. So, yeah. Um, Now will also be the time in which you guys can actively go out and seek sponsors, but we'll get to that later. So, you guys, finish the celebration of this week-long festival that's been going on, and are called to meet with the commissioner as it's reaching its end in a somewhat like temporary office space that he's given himself. And all of you guys, Terminus, Jericho, and Mary, all go to meet the commissioner. And when you get there, he hands Mary the Book of Solomon, because your team is now in possession of it, as you have won the tournament. But, as is customary with winning the tournament, he turns to the scientists present: Terminus, Lemisk, Lake, and Jericho. He looks at all of you, and he asks a simple question. Since your team is now in control of the book, will you take the risk of reading it once more? It'll come with potential negative drawbacks far worse than what happened the first time, as your body has already taken note of some of what's in the book, some of the infinite knowledge it holds. But if you read it, and if you choose to, it could level up your technica a little bit, your unique science to yourself. So if you don't want to, I get it, but the choice is there.
Now, hold on. O corrupted God, who turns struggle into steel, walk with me as I face this day. Let my heart grow weary, not to grow weary. Let my thoughts stay clear, and let my spirits rise, evil weight of the world. O goddess of miracles, who hides power in quiet places, let your mystery move with me in every word, every step, every choice. Give me strength not to endure, but to act with wisdom and live with purpose. May I walk this day fully awake. I walk up to the book, to pain. I pick it up, to joy. I open it, to you. Amen. What I need to roll.
So first roll wisdom for the prayer. This is gonna change what you have to roll. All right, you do get to roll wisdom plus endurance off of that. You can roll wisdom and endurance. I liked that. I liked the. I liked that you specified. That was good because it. I liked that. It's fine. You 109. I mean, you got the wisdom endurance buff, so you read the book, the Misk, and upon reading the book, you hear whispers, as if from a world that is entirely new to you, something that you haven't necessarily heard before, something that does feel potentially godly as you're reading this book. And you feel a power coursing through you. It is not like the first time you read the book, in which the nightmarish tendencies of it infected your mind, but instead, it is words of wisdom spoken through like a message from the goddess herself. So, Quay, because you have a Technica that is not an evolving ability, I'm going to ask you what you want to do here. You can either get a free level in World of Forms or a free level in Miracle Man as skills. Which one would you prefer?
Free miracle man.
Free Miracle Man? You just want the Mastered Miracle Man?
Yeah.
Okay. I will be giving you the effect of that at the end of the session. We won't be doing any combat or anything, so it's fine for now. But yes, the latent powers within you have been blessed to continue forward.
Can I ask something of
Hmm.
the goddess while I'm in this mode? Can
Uh,
I can I
because your roll earlier was so good from the prayer, I'll allow it.
can I ask her to heal my strength?
Ooh. Um, roll me a raw D100.
It's so fucked up.
Chicken.
That is tough.
It's okay.
I like the attempt. However, I will say that you get knowledge from her that there are certain actions that you will find out about that can give you your strength back. So she does give you knowledge of the fact that there are trials that you can overcome that will give you your strength back, but she does not tell you what they are.
I see visions. Things I need to do. I drop down. Oh God. Honestly, I look around at my nephews. And I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That was easier than the last time. I won't lie to you guys. Hey, Osei. No, not you, Osei. Never mind. Hey, you. My fault. My fault. You're late. Huh?
What up?
Go read the book. Your turn, F.
Oh, corrupted God.
You- I will say that bit did you got a good chuckle out of Terminus and Jericho for that bit. They did like that.
Oh.
The crowd liked that.
Let's go. That's what I do it for.
Do you want to read the book? Are you reading the book?
Fuck, man. I mean that it sucked the first time.
It did
I've
suck
been
the
through
I
it.
will.
Whatever.
I,
Let's run it back. I
Okay.
mean, I've already. I met the devil.
you did you met the corrupted god. Like
Yeah.
um
Alright.
okay. So go ahead and roll me for your character, because you do have the corrupted god's power, you will be able to roll wisdom. You will be able to roll. You won't get wisdom endurance, but you get to roll wisdom instead of endurance.
Woo.
Oh, yeah.
You and me, Quay.
Yeah, you
95ers.
yeah, that is crazy. You read the book and you gain a strange understanding, as if you are somewhat related to words that are written in the book. The nightmarish magic inside of you stemming from Lapidus seems to kind of recall words that are written in this book, almost as if he was present for it. And you feel a surge of power within you as stillness principle gets mastered.
Awesome.
And moves up to its next level. I'll be giving you the next effect of that later on. And you are, you guys both get your powers. Jericho refuses because that bitch is lazy as hell. Doesn't want to do the work. Doesn't want anything that comes with the power. And Terminus, he's a little bit of a gambler. I will roll here to see if he decides to or not. 1 he does, 2 he doesn't. 1 he does. So Terminus will also read the book. He gets to. I have to open up my sheet for this, actually. Do not already have it open. Let me see. Terminus will be rolling endurance for this. He does not have any kind of special. Please don't become Jordan from the Wizard. It's just funny as fuck. Alright. So he's gonna roll endurance. That's not a great roll, but he doesn't get, like, eternal damnation type deal rolling a 15 or lower. But he you guys do see him instantly pass out, and you can feel that, like, he doesn't necessarily get anything like nightmarish or anything corrupted about him. He just kind of had his mind eaten a little bit, and he got knocked out. And Commissioner Samuel and Mary both kind of take a step back and, like, look at you two and then look at him, and they're kind of, like, surprised. They're like the commissioner looks at both of you and goes, honestly, I didn't expect him, of all people, to be the one to come to the book, but no amount of training can prepare you for that, really. So,
Definitely can't.
that's tough. Is he goes over to check on him a little bit. You see him, like, take his pulse, everything. He's like, okay, he's good. Yeah, don't worry about him. He's good.
I'm like Nighlin with Terminus.
Yeah, we'll send somebody for him when we get the chance.
Help me understand this.
Hmm.
Help me understand this. So we get to keep the book.
You guys do. I mean, well, first off, we can't really keep it here anymore, even if we did have rights to it, because everything got fucked up and destroyed. Some teams opt to keep it in our chamber because it's a better place than what they have, but we don't really have that anymore. But yes, you are the team in ownership and possession of the book, so you get to decide where it's kept safe and who gets to see it and everything else for this entire season. Becomes riskier each time you read it, though, so most people don't spam it.
Okay. Well,
We gotta figure out where to
that's
put
good.
this thing.
I think
Hmm.
why not hide it in plain sight? Let's put it in my church.
Hmm. I mean, it's up to you guys to decide what you do with the book. Which church? You have multiple at this point. To be fair,
Hmm. Let's
you
see.
you have the one
We
in the
gotta think
Northern
about.
Wind. You have the one in the Golden Age Society. You have the one in Numidia. You have the one in Brunel.
Yeah, that's something we gotta think. We gotta think about. My my best guess, honestly, I want to say the Northern Wind.
That
Nice remote.
yeah
However, and we got a lot of clout there.
yeah that means a lot of people will be visiting that church potentially, but also that's kind of the point. Leave it in a place where a lot of people visit. It's not as easy to attack. It's not an obvious hiding spot. I don't hate it, to be
My only
honest.
fear with that is the one thing we know about these guys is their scouts are insane.
Their scouts are insane.
I mean, we know they have Ray.
They do have Ray. They do have Ray.
I think for now,
Have you guys made physical contact with anybody at any time recently besides those you fought? Any
not
handshakes?
that I would
Any?
know of.
Well, I'll be honest. I handshake and hug a lot of people. That just comes with the territory being a priest.
That's
And
true.
Haven't really gotten
Have
all
any
that
of you?
close to anyone since Augustine. You know,
Oh yeah. Have any of you come into contact with Ray? Like absolutely, you're certain of it?
I've seen him. He was following me when we were in North Eden.
Okay. That is somewhat concerning. Then maybe the church in the Northern Wind would actually be a bad option.
I think the only way that we can for sure keep it safe right now is wait. What if we put it that somewhere that they just would have no reason to check?
Like where?
When me and Osei were going out to the desert, we stopped in the mechanical city. Renee told us that if we ever needed to, she could help us with some things.
That is not a bad choice. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Um, well, when you guys get the chance, get in contact with Renee. It'll be nice to see if we can do anything about that. I'm sure Renee and Lysander would be happy to help. Um, you know, that is interesting. Because there really is no reason to check Mechanus. Good idea, Lake. That's a good idea.
good job, nephew.
That's a good idea.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Ike.
Is there is there anything else you guys know about people we're going against? Would make my job a lot easier. And maybe I can, give you guys some information as well based off what I know. Think it's the least I could do for you guys.
To be honest with you, it seems like they know a lot more about us than we know about them right now.
Probably true. Probably true.
They, I know have some sort of history with my family, and
Okay.
it seems like everyone we come into contact with them is corrupted. Last time I saw Magnus, I mean, I never liked the guy, but he wasn't there anymore. He was like his eyes were made of glass.
Not surprising. Especially if he was an experiment. Okay. Well, I'm willing to tell you guys what I know. So they've been calling themselves the Dreamers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
These guys aren't. These are fake numbers.
The commissioner immediately turns to you, Lemisk, and goes, "How do you know that?"
It it came from me in a prayer in a goddess, I believe.
Yeah, they are fake. Mike and Osei, you two met with Lapidus.
Mm. I actually never asked Osei if he noticed anything from outside the portal.
Hmm. Man, I would doubt it other than probably the hellish nightmares that spring out in the desert. But, okay. Another fake dreamers that came to you in just a message, one of your gods or what have you? And then you met Lapidus. What did Lapidus tell you about them? If he told you
He
anything
uh
at all.
he just asked me what I wished for. That's all I remember. And
Yes,
then
you
it wasn't great after that.
But you came back. He allowed you to return.
I think if he had his way, maybe he wouldn't have.
Hmm. Alright. Well, okay. I guess I can give you a little bit of some stuff that you probably shouldn't know. We keep relatively secret, but I guess we kind of have to let you know since you're so related to the nightmare stuff going on and the dreamers, quote unquote.
He told me I'm trying to remember. Not the dreamers, but the dream. Well, I shouldn't say, but he just said make sure that they're incapable of replicating the sins of the past.
Yeah. Alright. Well then, yeah. You guys should know. So, how much can I divulge here? It's like one of the only things that I can get Mary to shut her fucking mouth about, so. This is important information I'm about to tell you. No way! Alright, well, let's learn everything about the world for a second. Okay. Wow. So, The reason that they are considered fake dreamers is because the real dreamers were, well, I'd say they're dead, but I'll say inactive. Technically, me and Mary both count as dreamers. The original ones, not whatever this new group is doing. So, wow. I really... Yeah, so, I guess I have to start from not the absolute beginning because, God, we'd be here for fucking ever. But, we can start with, that book right there, the Book of Solomon. The creation of the original dreamers. A book that I helped to write. It was, the original dreamers. It was me, Mary, Lapidus, Solomon. We all had a hand in writing that book. Well, except for Mary. Mary didn't really have a hand in writing it, but us three did. And, we originally wrote it when we were living down in that underworld you went and visited in the desert. That's where the root of, most powers stem from, but that's a whole different story. That's unimportant to what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is what they're doing that's different from us and what we did wrong. What we did wrong is created that book, destroyed a world. Basically. And they are trying to replicate our powers because you couldn't tell by the extreme reverence that everybody has for Solomon. He's a god. Mimic a fraction of that, you create many, many gods. And if they can obtain knowledge that he obtained, then many of them can also attempt to do what we did and create a new world or manipulate this one however they see fit. Lake, you've experienced a little bit of that firsthand.
Definitely have.
I would say that that's part of what you obtained from Lapidus is, you know, the slight reality alteration that comes with, the powers of a true dreamer. I'd say you've all come into contact with it. You guys have all seen Magnus doing his weird gravity stuff and whatever fucked up things some of the other people were doing. You saw that creature that came through the portal above the arena. And, you know, I, just can't believe how much progress they've made. That's why we need to keep that book safe, because if they obtain the knowledge that that book has and have a being that is even capable of withholding a fraction of the knowledge that it contains, we have a big problem. So, that is why they would be considered false dreamers. They're trying to replicate our, what we did, but for their own benefits. When we did it, it was out of stupid curiosity. And while an atrocity was still committed that I will never live down, it was not intentional. But if I had done it for intentional purposes like them, I could have become stronger than I am now. Then I could have become a god like Solomon. Then I could control the world how I see fit, create a new one, do whatever the fuck I want. Now, the reason I'm fine with telling all of you this, aside from the fact that you guys are kind of really deep in this, is because, well, Lake, you've already kind of, begun walking a path that leads you, not too dissimilar from them. Granted, yours was out of force. It was either that or slowly become crippled by nightmare magic over time. I'd argue that connection to higher powers that Lemisk has is strange even for a philosopher. So, his path may not stray too far from that either.
Mm.
So we really can't let them get this book.
You really cannot let them get this book. That's part of why I want you guys to have it. Because if somebody who is not directly related to the original group of dreamers has possession of that book, then it's a lot less easy for them to find. Mary is a dreamer, yes, but she is not part of the quote-unquote originals. Mary just happens to be one of the first living weapons that was created. So that's how she falls in with us. Same as her brother. Same as a few other people. There's a reason that you can't really talk about stuff like this in public, but since you guys know about all this, and you rolled a 100, which is one of the only things that can give you access to this quest. Sometime in the future, I'm going to be calling upon all of you for a mission in secrecy. A mission to an area of the world that is not often visited. But we'll talk about that when it comes up. As for now, you guys should begin getting ready for for draft day. Your team has, this class is a little weaker than usual, especially last year's class, obviously. Not everybody is going to change the world, but, you guys have to be there nonetheless, same as every other team. I heard that Terminus was in the works of trying to get some trades done, which will probably continue when he wakes up, but he's probably going to be out for a little while. So, yeah. I would say you guys should start getting ready for the ceremonies and draft day and whatnot. I know this is a lot to drop on you guys, but don't worry, it comes with benefits. When I call you guys for that quest, I'll be able to hopefully reward you greatly for it, as well as I would ask that if you can succeed in your quest, you get training while you're out there. But that's without saying much. You guys will be visiting the Isle of Demons in the future. But only when the need arises for it. Despite how heavy all of this may be, we won't have to worry about those fuckers for a while at least. Rolled dent in their numbers, destroying probably their strongest current experiment, and pushing back an angel. Not very often you get to fight one of those. I haven't fought one of those in eons, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the world around now, but I would imagine that you guys will be debriefed on that, once everything is settled with the draft and what you're doing before the season starts and so on and so forth. So, for now, I'll see you guys later. I have to finish with the rebuilding.
I have one question before you go, if I could.
Sure.
I'm not the most religious, but shouldn't the angels be on our side? Why are they working with the new
Angels
dreamers?
are a creation of the desires of many people Usually for good, but in times of turmoil, if beings that are capable of creating those, aka dreamers, take those desires and warp them for their own purposes, we can create evil ones. It takes a lot to create an angel, and also requires a lot of people's belief in you. It used to be easier back in the day because there weren't as many people in general. You know, back when this world was originally created and the original wave of dreamers, as our numbers grew, despite the growing of our numbers, the world was pretty stagnant for a point in time. It was a small, mini tribes, sure, but all of their belief went to us. So creating an angel was not hard, but I guess the problem is when one goes mad with power and creates an angel using evil desires, then not only is it stronger than the average angel, but it is not going to work for good, obviously. That is something I experienced long ago when Solomon went mad. But, unfortunately, out of all the dreamers that could ascend to godhood, he did. It was supposed to be Lapidus, actually. I'm sure you gathered it, Lake. Lapidus is not a great evil, as it were. But instead, he is corrupted by the powers created by the great evil.
Yeah, he seemed to take a bit of an interest in me once I told him that I didn't want to cure the corruption.
Yeah, I mean, that's because, the problem is not the corruption itself. The problem is where the corruption stems from. Because in theory, the corruption was originally supposed to be, a type of magic that it was not originally labeled as corruption. It was originally labeled as dream magic. And it was, something that Lapidus actually founded. He was what we would consider the first witch. He, he tried to do his best for everybody. He blessed them with this dream magic. This dream magic was a, powerful tool that people could use to, achieve their goals and desires as long as it was something that was beneficial for people as a whole. It was a power that Solomon didn't like. Solomon viewed it as something to rival himself. He didn't want multiple people having access to that. So he tainted it before he ascended. I would imagine Solomon now realizes after an eternity of playing God that he was in the wrong, but that doesn't change what happened, nor the marks that he's left across this planet. Instead, we have to deal with it. The remnants of the dreamers that didn't die in the wars, the remnants of the first wave of living weapons, the remnants of the witches, the followers of Lapidus. So, yes, Lapidus is not a great evil. The corruption itself was not even originally inherently evil, but now it exists as a prison. So, I will say though, like Lemisk, and arguably the other two of you, since you have all of this knowledge now, because you hold this knowledge and because of the powers you're going against, you may end up needing to walk the path of a dreamer. A true dreamer. If that arises, I hope it doesn't, but if it does, I just hope that you can finally be the ones to wield that power correctly. But, again, that's heavy. That's a lot of, A lot of shit to take in. All that matters now is, while we are in the process of rebuilding, everything's pretty good. They can't make moves for a while, and we have a whole off season to attend to. Hopefully time for you guys to actually, get some rest maybe. Or take care of things that need to be taken care of. Who knows? But I really need to get back to working on getting some of this shit sorted out. You guys can go and rest, get ready for the draft day happening. Oh shit, that's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
That's okay. I knew it was tomorrow. I've already prepared.
Have you?
Yes.
Great. Well, unless there are more questions, I'll be seeing you guys. And he he walks out of the building, or he walks out of the room, and you hear him talking to somebody about like, calling some people for like repair work, and then he heads out of the building. And Mary looks at all you guys and just kind of starts walking as if nothing happened. She's like totally chill about it. You guys obtained a quest that I thought wasn't gonna be obtained. So you guys will actually end up going to the Island of Demons at some point. It was something that was designed to happen if you guys were ever able to learn about the whole Dreamer stuff, or after like a certain thing that was planned to happen later, like a certain series of events. But I didn't know if you guys would ever get it. So it's cool that y'all got it. Y'all got the Island of Demons quest line. He'll be calling you guys up whenever that's necessary. That's dope. And yeah, you guys can go rest. It's been a week of festivities, and you just got, kind of a bomb dropped on you guys. Might as well go rest for the, the next day, what's to come. And once you guys get, once the draft is over and you guys get back to Brunel, you'll be deciding what to do with the book and so on and so forth. We'll say that Mary and Jericho took Terminus to a hospital just to make sure he's all right.
I'll go with them.
You'll go with them? Okay. You will spend the night at the hospital with them. Is there anything anybody wants to do in the White Lotus Society before resting to go to the draft?
Can I get my son to read the book?
Your son? You can meet with Cornell, who he did not go in there with you guys. Cornell would have been just waiting outside of the building. Because the commissioner thought he might have to talk about important stuff. So nobody was allowed in, aside from you guys. Can you get Cornell to read the book? Cornell is not a scientist.
Okay.
So getting him to read the book, one, is far riskier, and two, gives him less reward. So it's not really worth it. You can if you want. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. I just want to know.
Yeah.
We're just gonna hang out with Cornell.
Yeah, you can go hang out with Cornell. Have just go talk and have a night on the town. Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
Are there any books in the White Lotus library about the Isle of Demons?
No, but you do have knowledge. Well, actually, roll int for me. This should be an easy int check, though.
Okay. Yeah, we were due. We were due.
Yeah, you were due. There is none in the White Lotus library, and you do have knowledge that the Isle of Demons is like very secluded. It's rarely talked about, and nobody knows what goes on there, despite them having their own team in the league. And people are scared of that place, and that's all you know. It's like, it's not considered forbidden, but nobody goes there. You know where it is. Everybody knows where it is. It's common knowledge. It is it's technically a set of islands that is like it's outside of like to the east of the Golden Age Society, off the coast of it. So but there people don't go there, so nobody really writes about it. And nobody really goes there, so there's no like documentation about it, no pictures, videos, stuff like that, other than stuff that's like talking about specifically the red demons, which is, you know, that's their like group.
Admittedly, forgot the city got blown up.
Yeah, the city did
For
get
a
blown
split
to
second.
shit.
We'll get
Yeah.
over that.
Everybody rests, you know, everybody's chilling. Y'all have a good night, and you get ready for the draft day. So I forgot to clean up the arena, so let me do that real quick. Here. I'm cleaning it up, and then I'll move you guys over.
I speak softly to Terminus in his sleep.
You're
Tell
just
him.
keeping him company.
Yeah. Terminus, it's all right. Book is filled with many mysteries and demons. You'll conquer them again someday. I know you can do it. But it's good that you get rest like this sometimes, you know? Maybe it was more the battles you were doing on the informational front that corrupted your mind than the very tome you sought to understand. Sleep well. As I kind of nod off myself in the chair.
Oh yeah, because you're allowed to sleep now. Hey guys, he's allowed to sleep, by the way. Because he overcame his curse. You guys have like a real like band now. You guys have a real band. I'm starting to realize. Which is kind of cool. You guys got like a whole group of people, because it's not just you guys and Eden anymore. It's
We got Jericho.
you got
Carmella might show
Jericho.
up to try and beat
Yeah,
every once in a
Carmella.
while.
Yeah, that's true. Let me move you guys on over. You also have
Got Killick from time to time.
Cornell. You have Killick from time to time. You have Cornell's there. You got a real party. So it's draft day, and you guys, you know, you're in the stands, observing people as they come in. You are seeing why they referred to this as a somewhat weaker draft class. It also doesn't help that, you know, last year's draft class ended up, you know, changing the world. Not even just to
light
you
work.
guys, but like Magnus was world altering. One of the what's her name from fucking, the what's her name? Oh God, why am I forgetting? There's somebody.
Many important people.
There's somebody in a team that you guys didn't meet that like basically affected the entire eastern side of the world. She's in the Theosophical Society. There's like the most recent guy, the Duke. He's done a lot. So like you guys, you know, you guys have you know, there's the last year's draft class was 2003 draft class. It was crazy. They got Braun, they got Wade, they got Bosch, they got Carmelo, all of them. Everybody's there. Okay. But you guys are watching this draft class, and you're like, yeah, you know, there's nobody that's really interesting to you guys, and this entire time Terminus has been like trying to, you know, he's still like calling other people to make trades and stuff. And trying to, he's because Mary's like bored. She's looking at everybody. Mary's bored. She isn't interested in anybody she's seeing. You aren't seeing like the like, you know, fucking gag manga stars appearing in her eyes looking at anybody. Jericho's fucking asleep. Like you guys are you guys are kind of just there because it's like you gotta be. You guys have talked a little bit of business with Terminus, but he hasn't gone over everything because he's like, when we get to Brunel, I'll debrief you on everything. But, you know, you guys have learned that, like, there's a lot currently shifting in the world as a result of all the events that have transpired. And so, like, there's a lot of, like, movement happening between other teams. but there's nothing really happening for you guys.
I pull out a blanket and a parasol for Jericho. You know, I stay under the blanket a little bit too because I slept last year, so or not slept, but I stared into nothingness. My equivalent.
You did, yeah. Yeah, last season you were zonked out as fuck.
The commissioner said to come prepared, and my thought was exactly this: the parasol and the.
Yeah.
Terminus is kind of locked in on the draft still because it's his job.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna scoot over to Terminus. Despite my I guess like mental growth as a character, still really pissed that one of these people is gonna be the first pick. And I'm like ranting and raving about it to Terminus.
he's like in between the call like to GMs to make trades. He's like looking at you and he's like, I know, dude. Like, man, I it's not like we had a choice. All right, we had the second pick. We picked you. Like,
I'm glad I ended up here. They're gonna regret it, bro. They already are. They already are.
They're not even in the league anymore. They're getting kicked out.
They already are, bro. Where's their first pick?
He's dead. He fucking died. You killed him. He's dead.
I smoked him.
Fucking exploded. He blew up everything. He was a bomb.
I don't know. It wasn't as satisfying as I thought it would be.
He you see him put his like his finger back to his ear for the earpiece, and he's like, no, that won't work. I'm telling you, we can get this together. We can give you the package with this year's pick and next year's. I don't want to fucking deal with it. And then you hear like somebody yelling on the other end, and he's just like, you see him like progressively getting angrier.
I'm gonna go and try and find like a concession stand.
You can do that.
And grab something for me and Terminus.
Yeah, you can you know what? Yeah, you go out and you go to see if there's any concessions. There's like 2 food booths, you know, you go there. You can spend a little bit to get some food for you and Terminus. Why not?
I'll just drop.
I do a hand gesture to you with like a one finger up and then like a glugging motion.
And a drink for Crosswise.
Okay, gotcha. I'll just spend I'm just gonna spend like 150 and get something for everybody.
Oh my god, yeah. You can do that. In fact, for 150, I'll say that food's so good that you niggas get a boost for the next session. Fuck it. So yeah, you spend 150 for food, and you know you buy out like an entire food booth store and then some, and you get like drinks and food for the entire group, and they're like in awe at like oh man, the big shots make money, dude.
Wait, can I match that? And how much to feed? How much is it to feed people outside?
Everybody
People
like
in the arena.
everybody like in the arena.
Yeah.
There is like a decent amount of people. It's still kind of early in the. It's like early in the draft, so everybody's not here yet. Not all the teams are here yet, but not all the people that would be here are here. So we'll say like 300, double what Lake spent.
I bet. So we're gonna spend 300.
Okay.
We're gonna get. No, actually, never mind.
Okay.
Fuck that. Alright, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, I
No.
know. You're trying to feed
Alright.
a coliseum full of people, bro.
I'm gonna feed my followers. How much to feed my followers out here?
For your followers,
Probably just about the same, right?
it's about the same, yeah. It's about the same
Alright.
as what Lake spent. All your followers are here, by the way. I'm just not gonna make a token for all your followers.
Yeah, okay.
He has 59 followers, bro.
Whole lot of followers.
Whole lot of followers.
Yeah, 50 now.
But
Yeah, so that way everyone sees that if you join up with Team Kyojin, you know, you're getting fed. You
yeah,
got money around here.
you know what?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
the cameras are on us, right?
This is a public area, so cameras are already on because it's draft day. But yeah, you can fuck it because of your gesture and you're like specifically wanting to show. Fucking roll me D100 plus wisdom. just for followers.
Jeez, dude.
Is that a Miracle World too?
We had the one
Miracle
downturn.
Miracle Roll doesn't apply to followers unless it's via like prayer or like a miracle being committed type deal. This is this is specifically for like followers gained.
Dude.
So you are going to
I just
gain.
did that with Miracle Roll.
You are going to gain 90. Wow, hold on. Let me pull out a calculator. I actually have to pull out a calculator for this. Everybody knows I can't do that math. Fucking. Anyways. All right. So you will gain 25 followers for that.
How many followers I had? You said I had.
It's tracked next to the skill.
So you're at 84.
So it says 59. Yeah. It's next to convert adept.
Am I tweaking out?
Okay.
Am I dead wrong? No, that is 84.
15.
Yeah, it's 84.
9 plus 25 is 84. 84. Huge fucking follower gain.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they really liked it. Everybody
wait.
liked it.
You know what? Because you have convert expert, and that was a miracle roll, you actually get a usable follower in your followers list. Yep, I totally forgot that you had convert expert. So you get a.
Charles.
You get a. Actually, roll me a raw D100 to see what tier that follower is. Okay. That is going to be an adept follower. If it was a miracle roll, it would be a expert follower. Only because your convert is expert. If it was at master and you got the miracle roll, then it would have been a master follower. So yeah, you get an adept follower, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So Charles adept, and I'll write that for later. I remember you added Zane and Manat to your sheet, but you said specifically you just wanted to add them so you remembered they existed and that they weren't like to be used. But Charles, he's gonna have an ability. I got you. So you guys have been. Is there anything else that anybody would like to do here? Actually, just wondering, since we're all fucking around. Terminus is still yelling. Jericho's still asleep. Mary's bored. She's damn near asleep.
Just want to make sure when I get back, I crack a beer open for Cross and hand it to him.
Thanks a lot, Lake.
Of course. Cheers.
Cheers. I cheers him. I fist bump him. I pull out a comically large fan and I start fanning Mary.
My only question: are we gonna have a break like this when it gets deeper into the draft?
We will not be. This is the break. You guys are kind of just waiting your turn at this point, or hoping that Terminus is going to be able to make a deal.
Okay, well then, me and the congregation start singing. We start praising. The goddess and the god and the goddess.
Okay, putting on a little celebration, a little show.
Yeah,
something that low-key. Hold on. Something that low-key might be more entertaining than watching the actual prospects right now.
Oh, bro, and I give out a little prayer. I give out a little prayer about you just let me just off the dome. Corrupted God, you who do not lie without what it means to be broken, help me sit with myself without shame. Let me face this hard to name and not turn away. Miracle Goddess, you who shape healing from confusion, clear the fog from my mind. Let me question Let my questions be doors, not traps. Let me hear what is true and speak what is necessary. Okay, anchor me now. Oh goddess, oh God, not in comfort, but in clarity. Oh,
They start chanting behind him. The choir comes out.
Hallelujah.
Some-
oh.
Cornell lets out a solid yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
Testimony. I pick up my son. Testimony.
I'm not gay no more.
Insane.
That's crazy. That's fire. That's gonna be on
Hell
recording
yeah.
forever. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Deep
good.
bag pull, they don't know about it.
There's not.
D-bag pull, yeah, true. All right. So you guys are having your fun trying to find a way to make this more bearable for you guys until eventually Terminus stops getting calls and you realize, yep, your turn's coming up.
All right.
And you guys are all watching. You guys have looked at the prospects begrudgingly. There's nobody that really seems of note. There's like one guy who's like pretty young for the people here. Like he's like probably like 16 and he's an alchemist that's got control over like elements kind of like Jericho, not to the same extent obviously. And like he's kind of interesting, but other than him, everybody else is like whatever. And like Mary is just kind of like sitting there not really wanting to make a choice, and then the commissioner calls her up to, you know, to make the choice for her team. She like begrudgingly walks down into the center of the arena. As she begins looking at all the contestants. And as she you know, she's like going through looking at everybody, she's bored. Terminus is like fucking head in hands, angry. He's like sitting there like, God, I wish I'd have just been get a trade off or do something like, oh, you don't need this, man. And Jericho's like just now waking up, but kind of angry that they woke up, and is like, why are we still here? And you know, you see
Won't be
Mary.
for much longer.
Mary takes like, you know, is taking her sweet ass time. She's taking like 5-10 minutes to pick somebody, and because she's just so bored, she doesn't care about any of them.
I fought valiantly.
And as you know, she's like finally like getting to a point where she's narrowed down some of her choices. A man walks in to the arena looking kind of lost. And you know, he's kind of just here. Nobody knows how he got here, who let him in or anything. And everybody kind of like turns and looks at this guy. And the crowd is kind of like confused. And the commissioner, atop his like, you know, podium, looks over and goes, "What are you doing here? There's like a thing going on. We're in the middle of a thing. What's going on?"
I don't say anything to him, but I yell into the air, "Bring it out."
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
As you scream, you know, everybody is kind of like confused and like looking at you. And everybody begins to hear what sounds like a helicopter in the distance. A ship is off in the distance. You guys can all roll dex to see the ship approaching from the direction that Chronos has walked in from.
Wonderful.
Funny that Osei and Lake actually passed the check and nobody else did. So, Osei and Lake, you two rolling decks here, can also roll int for me. seeing this ship slowly approaching the Coliseum you guys are in. Osei, you look at the ship, and you kind of turn to Lake and look back at the ship, realizing that this is a helicopter that was in Renee's garage in the city of Mechanus. It was what she was working on when you guys got there. And you see beneath it, both of you, you see this figure under it, this like, it looks gigantic, bigger than the helicopter itself. It's like this huge figure that's under it. And, you know, it's kind of like, what the fuck am I looking at type deal. And it's slowly starting to get closer. And as it's, you know, getting closer, it's now like, you know, indirect vision of everybody. Everybody can see it. Lake and Osei, roll in for me again.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Osei, I guess it makes sense because you were outside of the portal more. Osei, you recognize this gigantic thing under the helicopter as the body of the enormous nightmare that was out in the desert that you and Lake saw. The giant nightmare that was like all teeth and bone, that was like, you know, this like bigger than a mountain. And you guys were able to view it from miles away.
Yeah, when we had to choose do we go towards the evil energy or do we go towards the big monster in the distance?
Yes. And you guys see that this is the monster. Osei recognizes it. And you see, upon it getting closer, it's very obviously dead. And as the ship gets closer, you know, you guys, finally, it's like there right above the Coliseum. This is obviously like, you know, a helicopter from Mechanus. And the commissioner's jaw is like dropped just looking up. And Mary, you see the gag manga stars appear in Mary's eyes. And the monster is dropped directly into the center of the arena, taking up almost the entirety of the arena, almost crushing some of the other people in the draft like under it. And you guys see in the helicopter, you know, she kind of like brings her head out a little bit, and Renee like waves down at Lake and Osei. And
Is that Renee?
You guys, because Osei passed every fucking int check, you guys basically get the inclination that this is that Chronos guy that she had told you guys about, the bounty hunter that hunted monsters specifically. And after he drops that, and the commissioner's like just in awe, everybody in the arena is like shocked. Mary like basically instant transmissions over to him, and then looks over at the commissioner and goes, I choose this one. This one. And then the commissioner kind of like sighs, and he looks over at her and looks over at him, and then looks over at the rest of the team. And then he just like kind of sits there for a second, and he goes, fuck it, whatever, Mary. Yeah, you yeah, sure. Literally wasn't even invited. He just walks in here. I don't even know. How did he kill that? How did he looks over at Chronos, he goes, you killed that, right? You did that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Sure, Mary. Why not? He can kill monsters. That's what your team does. He can kill monsters. Yep. You got it.
Landry couldn't beat me to it.
Critics.
I actually stole it from him.
Lysander couldn't beat you to it. What do you just out hunted Lysander? That's just somewhere able. the guy who was literally living in the desert. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Sure. You've disrupted the draft, and I'm angry about it. But she has chosen you, I guess. Why are you here? Why did you? What? You could have like formally signed up, or
But Muramasa told me to come here.
okay. That makes sense.
Told me to find a Mary, but it would appear that she's right in front of me. So
Jeez.
yeah.
and then and then he just looks at both of you and he goes, "Go take your fucking seats." And then Mary like heard you talking about her brother, so she is like immediately interested in you as well. But she brings you with her to the seats over here. And Terminus's eye is like twitching. Jericho is like still trying to go back to sleep. And like Terminus just he looks so like distraught. All the work that he was putting in, all the like sleep he lost for the past like few days, all the anger, it didn't matter because you ended up not only using the pick, but it was on some random guy that came in last second. And Terminus is he just looks at you, his eyes like twitching, and he looks over at Lake. And he goes, I don't know how much more of this I can do, man. How much longer? I just don't know. Just don't know.
I get behind him and I start giving him a massage.
It's okay. It's okay, Neff. Look, things life just be lifing sometimes, and things don't always go our way. There's always next year, and hey, they did fight valiantly out there. They gave it their all, and that's the best we can ask
Yeah,
for.
but it's just like he just pulls up out of nowhere, and then I put in all this effort to try to make a trade, and then it didn't work, and I was stressed out about it, and then I had to deal with so many people that pissed me off, and
It's
the
over.
draft class didn't even matter because this guy's stronger than literally everybody we saw. It's just it killed a monster that was that big. That was a fucking. It's like Crosswise did that. Like I don't.
Well,
Like,
I appreciate all the effort and work you put in, Terminus. I think it's very important that we have you. You know, you're our brain. We're the arms and legs that move us across the battlefield. You know, sometimes the brain thinks up a lot of important, complex things, and you just have to strangle them.
You know what? Sometimes you do just have to strangle them, Crosswise. You're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a far more simple thing. You're right. So somebody badoomed. Oh, Cam died. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like a...
That's fine. So Terminus looks over at Chronos and Mary. And he looks at Mary and he goes, well, do you know this guy? Like, was this intentional? Was this planned? And she's like, no, not at all. He just got here. I don't know. He said he knew Muramasa. He goes, yeah, I heard that. Then Terminus, like, begrudgingly walks over to you. Not really angry at you, but just kind of cursing his fate. He walks over to you and he goes, what brings you here?
I don't know. I kind of just got bored in the desert. You look a little bit
You're from the
stressed.
desert. You're from the desert?
Yeah.
Do you like live out in the desert?
Yeah. You look a little stressed. Can I help you?
No, that's fine. Nothing related to you. Shouldn't worry about.
Okay.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
I guess you do have to be a. We'll see which one of the squads you end up on, but with a feat like that, I mean you're probably gonna end up first squad. You said you were bored. That's why you ended up here.
Yeah.
Bored.
I wrap around
go
the
up to
side
him.
of Terminus and I say, well, if you're under our squad, then I'm the knighthood leader of Eden.
That's true.
Crosswise. I extend my hand out.
Crosswise is the captain of Squad 1.
I take Crosswise's hand.
I cup the other
and-
side of it. Well, I appreciate what you did out there. Slaying large monsters is important, not only for us, but for all the small people out there who can't catch a monster like that. So I appreciate what you did, even if it was out of boredom. I laid in a cave for 3 weeks out of boredom and wanted to die, but eventually I made it to this team, so you and me are more alike than you might think.
Upon
I
saying
think-
that, Crosswise, you notice that you are more alike than you might think. You are holding the hand of a living weapon. You do recognize that. You were immediately like, oh, that's a living weapon. Like you felt that before. Which is
Yeah.
also part of why Mary was so intrigued with him.
I go up to him. I introduce myself. Yo, what's up, man? I am Miss Kyojin. I go in and give him some dap.
Weren't you the guy who decided what the kids call it? Talk no jutsu to your son over there.
Cornell kind of looks at him and then looks at you and goes, that's kind of...
Yeah. I sure did.
Yeah. Things have been fine on the team.
Yeah. So, Chronos, he starts like reading a paper that like came in late as well that has like your details on it, your name, like the stuff that they need to know. He goes, Chronos, bounty hunter from the desert, tribal of Lysander. Yeah, that checks. You met Muramasa out in the desert?
Yeah, he told me to find Mary.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I did hear that Blake and Osei had met Muramasa out there, probably dealing with the whole situation. Okay. Oh, Lake's asleep over there. Oh. Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Been running all over for us all day, so he deserves it.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Osei, you can confirm you guys met Muramasa out in the desert when you went there to visit Lapidus? Oop. He just turns to Chronos. He goes, you didn't hear that. When you guys were out there?
He looks up. As you could tell, he wasn't really paying attention, kind of distracted, and then he noticed that he's being called to speak. And then he kind of looks sad, and then he responds saying, yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay. So that, yeah, everything checks out. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so,
Did he give me dap or no?
did you? Did you rescind the DAP? This is
Oh
important.
shit. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll say Chronos did because Chronos would have known about I guess all the team because like I was there for the
Yeah,
finals.
you've seen most of their like
Yeah, I
epic
already
stuff.
know all these guys and you guys are famous, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
look
did.
at Joey.
And if I might ask Kronos, can I ask how you killed that they're still struggling to get out of the arena?
Oh, Lysandri's bitch ass got it weak enough for me, so I just took it from him.
So you stole the kill? Is that what you're admitting to kill stealing?
No shame about it. Game is game.
I wish Cam was here for that, dude. Oh, Lake would love that.
I put my head in my hand a little bit, like kind of, but I still stick by what I said. I then walk out to help them like lift this large creature, and I'd like to roll strength.
Yeah,
to
roll strength
lift
check.
it up.
Yeah. You take it out yourself. You pick that fucker up and you walk up the stands and then throw it outside of the Coliseum, and then slowly
Can we
walk
take
back
it
to your group.
to- Can we take it to the our casino?
Hmm. As
Your
like a
casino.
as like an
Like a-
attraction.
Yeah, it's like an attraction to the casino.
I
I was supposed to turn in that bounty.
Oh,
I mean, you did willingly choose to bring it here. You do know that when you submit a trophy here, that it becomes technically property of the White Lotus Society, although I would imagine they don't want anything to do with that. So technically you don't have rights to it anyways.
Well, that's fair, I guess. I didn't know that, so.
well,
you
how
have
about this?
to just work with us. You know, that'll make you plenty of money.
Yeah,
What?
you know, you're right.
What did you know before getting here? Said you came here because you were bored. You said you didn't know. What did you know?
Muramasa just told me about Mary, that's it. The shit in the desert is far too weak for me. So, I thought the White Lotus Society would give me more of a challenge.
Oh yeah.
This place looks like shit, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of.
Recently got attacked
Yeah, I
by
got
giant
attacked.
monsters.
Giant monsters, evil guys, everything exploded. Yeah.
So it sounds like a place you'd like.
Yeah. That's. Well, when we get back to Brunel, I will ask for a display of your abilities. Since
I'm
you
sure Mary will be happy about that.
did admit to kill stealing, we do have to judge your merit as a fighter.
Okay.
Terminus kind of looks at Crosswise and he's like, "Yeah, what's this guy's?"
I think he's just a strong guy, travels and beats things up. Maybe there's some darkness there, but sometimes it's that easy for people. I met a lot of them like that. In the Chainlands. Nothing more to life than
Actually,
adrenaline.
Chainlands. Hey, you ever been to the Chainlands, Chronos?
Yeah, I've been there to turn in a bounty once or twice.
So you're capable of killing monsters in the Chainlands?
If that counts, yeah.
He turns back to
Doesn't
Crosswise. He turns back to Crosswise and goes, "I don't think that was a kill steal."
It's possible it's not. The wounds look like the things he's holding, so it's not impossible.
I yell over, I could have killed that thing myself, but I thought kill stealing it would make Lysandre even more mad at me. So I went with that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of haterade in his bloodstream.
Yeah, this guy's a bit of a hater. This guy's a little bit of a hater for sure.
I pat Lake on the shoulder to wake him up. Hey, Lake, I know you passed out right there, but what's been happening is just this guy is saying that he thrives off of hating.
There is a guy saying that he thrives off of hating. All right.
It's really interesting.
That's really interesting. Also, character break for a second. Was it the internet or was it the power?
It's still the internet. I'm
It's
on
the
my
internet. You're on your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah. That's what I figured. Alright, let me turn you down a little bit since you are on your phone. Yeah, I didn't check the message. It's fine. It happens. Yeah, I didn't check the message, so that's on me. But yeah, so you guys kind of sit there for the rest of the draft as you wait for things to go by, and you don't really have any other picks here, so you kind of got your steal in round 1 on accident. And you guys, after everything is said and done, Terminus talks to you guys about making your way to back to Brunel to brief everybody on what's going on in the world, decide what they want to do in the off season, and also to get Chronos acquainted with everybody. So I'll just fast travel y'all there, I'll be honest. We're gonna skip the whole, you take the train and then you take the route to. We don't got to do all that no more, bro. That's Act 1 shit.
That's
Okay?
Act 1 shit. But I do want to say comedically, I pick up Jericho, I put the parasol in my backpack, and I just like carry him to the train.
Yeah. Let me delete everybody that's here and then bring in everybody off the other tab just so it's easy.
Yeah.
Everybody disappears for a second and then reappears. Why did that happen? That's a bit crazy.
It's a little magic.
That's a little magical. So now everybody is here. And so upon getting back, Terminus, before debriefing everybody on what's going on and deciding what you guys want to do, immediately you guys get back and Mary wants to test Chronos. So, Chronos, we're gonna have a little back and forth, you and Mary. And it's gonna be real simple. She's just testing your ability. She is gonna try not to go overboard because she does not know what you're capable of. But she senses that you're a living weapon, and that intrigues her. So, she stands still and allows you to make the first hit. She's just gonna let you do whatever you want to do.
That's not intimidating at all. Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
I'm looking here. I should have been looking during that whole entire time.
Yeah, your sheet's fucked. Hold on, let me show this sheet for the recording right quick. Let me show you all the numbers on this shit. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. The horrors. Math. I can't do that.
I know.
Alright.
The GM saying, "Fuck you, I have this calculator, you stupid
Yeah,
bitch,"
I
on
did
the
say
back.
that in the patch notes. I did say that. But yeah, what do you choose to do? What do you want to do to Mary? She's letting you attack first. You're 10 meters away from each other.
10 meters?
Let me check. Yeah, 15. You're 15 away from each other.
15. I'm gonna go into stance, Hell and Earth.
You're gonna go
I
into
believe that is the right one.
Hell and Earth. So Hell and Earth, pay 10 stamina. So pay 10 stamina.
And then I just
And then you get
modify
10,
the
and then
current
you get
one.
your defense. And then you get 10 flat defense. So
Would that go in the mod or the value?
yeah, it would go in the mod.
Okay. Oh my god, that's 19.
There you go. All right.
Alright.
So you go into Hell and Earth, and you. Huh?
Crazy, sorry.
You're
My
good.
bad, I did not realize that I auto-connected back to this. I think my cat unscrewed the hardwire to the internet. Because I looked under my desk and I was like, that should be screwed into the wall now. And it would probably take a lot of effort for I would have had to intentionally unscrew that.
Yeah.
Wow. Cup
Slowly
is
but surely Garfield
crazy.
gets what's up.
But we're back.
Cup really gets to it.
Yeah.
guess
it's
so.
crazy.
But yeah, you
didn't
enter your
realize.
stance. Go for it. What do you do after the stance? You haven't hit her yet. She's allowing you to still go.
Yeah. I'm I'm gonna go up to her and fuck it. We're gonna do heavenly combo.
You do heavenly combo, which okay. So you walk on over and you try to heavenly combo. The unfortunate thing about heavenly combo that it's a multi-hit move. And so that means that every hit of that move, based off the damage that you see, would do 27 damage. You do no damage to her.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So you heavily combo her, and you see, she gets kind of sad for a second, and just goes for like a normal hit to your face. She just goes to punch you in the face. That's it. She's not doing anything flashy or fancy. She's just like, okay, we can't do anything cool. Let me just punch him. She's giving you the bare minimum.
That's sad. Do I have to roll anything for
Yeah,
that?
what do you want to do in response is what I ask.
Right. You're right.
What do you do in response?
Let me try and block that because I'm not taking that.
You can try to block it. You'll just try to block it. Yeah, roll me endurance here. But you have the flat defense buff, so that'll also be good.
Defense. Yeah. So we're at 20 flat defense. That just takes away damage, yeah.
Yup.
D100 with mod, which should be 20 for endurance.
20 for endurance. Yup. You rolled pretty well. She goes to hit you, and you block the hit surprisingly well. She does, basically because of your flat defense and how good the roll was, you'll only take 30 stamina. But you block the hit, and it like moves you back 5 meters. But otherwise, you're chilling. You know, it doesn't really hurt. And she's like, oh, okay, he's not weak. Okay, that's good. He won't explode into a million pieces if I hit him once. That's great. And as you are recovering from blocking the hit, roll dex for me.
Roll dex. Alright, I got you. My lowest stat. Alright. We got this, fellas. We got this, boys. Yeah, no, we don't got this.
No, you don't got this. You don't see her charging up her attack, and as you lower your arms from blocking, you see her right in front of you, trying to, not too dissimilar from Crosswise, rider kick you just in the chest. He's coming from the air. Yeah, that's like a normal move for her.
I'm cooked. I'm 6 feet under. It's GG.
What do you want to do in response?
I want to dodge, but I feel like that's gonna use my dex again, and I feel like
it'll use dex and then agi.
Dex and agi. Alright,
So
fuck it. We're gonna dodge it.
You're gonna dodge. Okay, roll dex first.
Roll dex first. Alright.
Roll dex first to see if you react in time. I'll allow that to react in time. And then, because it was over 50. And then roll me agi. Okay. Yeah. Let me roll her agi as well. On 1 second. Go ahead and roll her, normalizing her to 50 because you're a little underleveled compared to everybody else. She barely grazes you as you attempt to dodge away, and you're able to move to the side so she doesn't kick you directly in the chest, but she kind of like hits you in the side a little bit, knocking you back a little bit, but it's not too bad. But now you have the ability to do something because she's landing. So what do you want to do?
Hold on, where's that spell? I'm gonna do something cool and then eat shit for it.
Okay.
Probably, maybe. Where that strength unarmed. Okay. We are going to command grab her out the air. While she's trying to recover from out there.
You're gonna command grab her out of the air? with what, overwhelming might?
Yeah, overwhelming might.
Okay.
I'm close
Yeah.
enough for that. Yeah.
Roll strength, cause she is landing. So like
She is
it's not like a reaction thing or anything. Just roll strength.
40. God.
Can I edit and post that?
You can edit and post it if you wish.
Would love to.
Okay, what do you want to change about it?
I don't know, fucking the precision of the catch.
Precision of the catch. Okay. We'll say that affects the stance. So
Okay.
you, Chronos, as you go to grab her, she starts moving out of the way in the air. And you feel your body, not of your own volition, begin to rearrange itself to grab her from the position that she's currently in. And as you do, you grab her by the head, as Overwhelming Might does, and you jump in the air and throw her into the dirt beneath you. I'll roll endurance for her. Boom. She actually does take a hit from that. She like falls on the ground and like she feels it. It doesn't like fuck her up or nothing, but she's like, wow, that's like a real hit. And now that she's on the ground, like attempting to get up, what do you want to do? You're still in the air above her.
Still in the air above her.
Yeah.
I forgot to take away this. Do I take away the stamina for that, or is this cinematic?
The stamina, yeah. This is cinematic, but you do take the stamina.
Okay. Let me minus 45 real quick before.
Don't worry, it'll all come back later.
Yeah.
It doesn't super matter right now. It doesn't like super matter for a cinematic.
I'm still doing it to track it.
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid. I'm in the air.
Or in the air above her. Like you just threw her in the ground. So you're technically like a little past where she is, but you're still in the air.
I don't really. I got a lot of multi-hit moves.
You do got a lot of multi-hit moves. You went out of your way to do that.
It's funny. You know what? We're just gonna play it safe. We're gonna just prepare Dark Saber.
Prepare Dark Saber?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now one thing about cinematic fights that will still matter in real fights is your stacks. Your stacks exist constantly. Your stacks are like affected by both in battle, out of battle, cinematic, non-cinematic. So you will lose a light stack and gain a dark stack, and then you will extend the blade out of your arm and slice down on her as you come down. Roll me agility. Ooh, that's a good stat for you.
Yeah, pretty solid.
You'll be doing a competitive agi check with her.
Oh, that's. Oh, decent.
All her stats are normalized to 50 for this fight, so. Nah, she moves out of the way of it as you slice down. And then as she comes back up, she catches your dark blade, like your hand, and instead of doing anything, she begins shaking your hand. And she is like, she's like, yeah, you won. I fell first.
Chronos is just in awe. He's just stun locked. Like
I
that's it.
storm the
Really.
field. I'm like jumping up and down.
Lake's like sitting over there clapping his hands. He's like jumping for joy.
Yeah.
Mary looks over at Crosswise and like she starts walking over and she goes, Yeah, Crosswise. I think you have a new squad 1 member. I
Oh,
don't think he would fit
sounds
in
like a
squad
good
2.
play. Okay.
Even though we still need to make up for the slot that's missing because of Gil. But
Fair enough.
yeah, he's strong. Stronger than I
Alright.
thought he'd be. Especially for like, he's like a solid living weapon. Good training partner for you probably.
Okay. I'll take your word on it.
And
Uh,
yeah, I am going to actually I have to do paper.
That's very tragic.
And she begins walking towards the knowledge center as she actually does her job for once, which she has to at the beginning of every season.
Yeah.
And as she walks away, Terminus kind of in awe and kind of like, okay, whatever. Like he's starting to lose care. He walks out in front of everybody and he goes, "Okay, well, congrats, Squad 1. You guys have a new member. Before I go to train with Squad 3, I would like to let everybody know some stuff that's going on in the world and I guess see what we can do in the off season. You guys aren't technically binded to the team once the off season starts, so this draft day is kind of it, and then you guys can do whatever for the few months that we got until the season starts back up. But there's a few things I wanted to tell you guys about. Namely, we are building a new base. We got word from a friend of Osei's that we were allowed to build a base in the underground witch city in the Golden Age Society. So we're going to have a base over there. We're going to not impede on their territory. It is going to be entirely run by Yoko. I have allowed her to do that, to run the base over there, as long as she does check in with me specifically and help our spy teams.
Fair enough.
So that's what me, Mary, probably a few others are going to be doing during the off season, is trying to get everything situated there, built, so on and so forth. There's a few things you guys could do in the off season currently. If you guys want to go sponsor chasing or look for brand deals, you can. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It's kind of up to you guys to decide what you want to do from here on out until the season starts. That includes you, Chronos. So there are some things that actually are of importance, though. As you know, Lake, we got word that your father has finally left his land to you, and in the Northern Wind, he is no longer in charge. And because of that, we do kind of have, some problems over there that we'll have to take care of. There's some strange monsters that have never been seen before appearing there, probably leftover remnants from whatever experiments were going on there. So that's something that's a threat that may be worth dealing with. We have heard, let's see, what else is there? Giant monster underneath the... Oh no, giant monster attacking the shores of Eleni, which, they're kind of allies of ours, considering that Mary created that island. So, that's something. If you guys want to kill a giant fucking monster, there you go, it's a giant fucking monster. What else is there? In the Chained Lands, there's been rumbling happening throughout all of the Chained Lands. Giant cracks forming in the ground. Yep. Monsters coming out of those cracks. Something real bad's happening in the Chained Lands, y'all. I don't know what's going on over there. Nobody really does, but that's important, especially since, whatever the Dreamers are doing is over there, since they've now, claimed ownership of that floating city, which was pretty obvious before, but now we know for a fact that the Dreamers Society is what they're calling it. They're presiding over the Chain Lands, and they're threatening to wage war on anybody who enters. unsolicited, and it's doing that at the same time as cracks are beginning to form and the earth itself is beginning to shake and monsters are being summoned like that. It's all just a recipe for disaster, really. Let's see. There is... Oh, you know what? Justice did tell me about something also. Justice did tell me that there's this one-of-a-kind magical phenomenon going down that I don't know the exact location of, but apparently a bunch of witches guilds are gathering at one location to try to make use of it. Apparently it's some big magical thing that's happening. Let's see. I feel like there's an important one. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing?
Where is that?
The magical thing?
Yes.
You would have to ask around. I got word of it from Justice of the Truth Seekers. If you can come in contact with any of the Truth Seekers, you could find that out.
Can I find the Truth Seeker?
Well, getting in touch with a Truth Seeker is really hard usually. I know that Osei and Lake met some, which is part of why they gave me the message to relate to the team, is they wanted to repay you guys with information for helping them with the Dreamer's threat in Numidia. Finding them is not easy, although Justice isn't too hard to find if you can happen to be in the right places at the right time. He usually gathers for like important meetings in the White Lotus Society and for like things related to his team and organization and stuff. So I'm sure you can come across him if you ask around enough or attend a important meeting.
Sorry, did you say the Truth Seekers?
Yes, Truth Seekers.
Osei looks at Lemisk. Well, we did meet one of their squad mates. I'm trying to recall. Let me see. I believe their name was Fortune.
Fortune. Okay. Yeah, Fortune is their newest member. She might be easy to find too. Because I think she's the one that takes the job the least serious, which makes sense as the new kid. I think she drinks a lot. So if you're in the right place at the right time in like a bar or something, she might be there. You don't feel like going to Justice to get the information you're looking for.
Yeah. And I believe we owe this person a return, I guess another visit, if I'm not mistaken. Then he looks to Sir Lake. I think we were supposed to, I guess, exchange information with Fortune.
Well, Nev, let me roll with you next time you go meet this guy. I want to see what this magical thing is going on.
Okay.
Can
Sure.
I send Cornell over there with you to the Esophageal Society to get that place fixed up and trip out there?
Yeah, Cornell could help us set up a church in the Witches Village. I'm sure he can do that.
I pat my son on the back.
Oh,
Opportunity.
yes, that's in the Golden Age Society, not the Theosophical Society. Although, thank you for reminding me. There was a big important one. In the Theosophical Society, there is a bounty on a wanted man. Very dangerous man. Claiming to be Graham himself. He's been killing people by the dozens. Nobody knows what he wants or what he's doing. Know that he's roaming. Apparently, according to sources, he is Graham. I don't believe it, but important information to have. And lastly, there are many groups currently threatening to attack the city of Numidia now that it is still. Since it no longer has the protection of the golem. Plenty of people can finally enact what they believe is righteous by attacking the city, both so they can obtain the body of Solomon for religious purposes, but also so they can go on a witch hunt. So there's a lot going on in the world. I don't know if you guys want to deal with any of it in the off season, or if you just want to go hunting monsters yourself, or looking for brand deals and sponsors, whatever you want to do. But it's just there's a lot going on. But Osei and Lemisk, if you guys are interested in trying to get an audience with the Truth Seekers, you can either find justice by hanging out in the White Lotus Society, or you can go bar hopping in different places and look for fortune. Bound to find either of them, like one of them eventually. The rest are far more secretive, so they're a lot harder to come in contact with. Not impossible, but it would be pure luck. We also don't know where Ray's at, which is another important problem.
I do have this. And then he pulls out a note that it was a disclosed location where to meet Fortune once we get done with our, I guess, mission with the whole floating city and whatnot.
Oh. Well, that's useful. Well, I guess if you go there, then you'll meet them. There you go. Well, that's simple. If you find them, I'm sure that they'll tell you what this magical situation going on is and why all the witches are gathering to it. And who knows? Maybe for Osei specifically, it'll be really important.
Terminus.
What
direction did you say that Graham Like was?
He's in the Theosophical Society to the south of the Chainlands.
I would like to take Chronos with me. To investigate maybe that, maybe the Chainland situation, if I have enough time.
I think that that's a good idea. Somebody's besmirching the name of the hero of all living weapons. You guys might as well be the ones to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't appreciate what that means for us.
Yeah, I mean, it
Not
also
just
makes us look bad,
our
right?
kind. Exactly. I think, especially because if Mary, she might know already, but if Mary catches wind on her paperwork, be better to say that we already went out.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Mary did have a personal connection to Graham, actually. He did mentor her.
I heard about it once or twice. I think it'd be good for us to get it cut down before it can get to a problematic level.
Yeah, I would say so. All right. We'll give you guys access to our ship to head out to the east. As for Osei and Lemisk, this note is telling me that you two might be going on a trip. What the hell? I think these coordinates are out in the desert somewhere.
The desert?
Yeah.
Like the one near
Like the one to the
Canis
west of
City?
White Lotus Society, yeah.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too odd if it was there. I mean, that's where I believe we met Fortune. Unless I'm wrong. Sir Lake, he kind of looks to Lake, confused if he knows anything else.
Sounds like the same place.
I mean,
That's what I thought.
you guys met them out in the desert.
Yeah, we met World with Lysander.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
World as well. That's an interesting one to meet. World is they only send World out for like important things. Like really important.
Well, we needed to get back to you guys pretty quick.
Wow. Guess I understand why they said they owe you guys a debt. Well, everybody else seems to have their minds made on where they want to go, so I guess I'll ask you, Lake, what do you want to do currently? How do you want to spend your time?
Wee 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 wee.
You got a
Just
shit ton
gonna
of quests
chill.
you could potentially take. You could also just chill. You
Town
go,
builder.
you could
join somebody.
You could go work on the HQ if you wanted. You could go like just find some brand deals, sponsors, do side stuff. You do
No,
whatever.
I think for right now I want to stick with probably tag along with Cross and Chronos.
Okay.
Oh, you want to go tang on the Graham? Okay.
Yeah.
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 Come with
Yeah.
us,
Well,
Lake.
Chronos immediately tried to earn style points, so I'm Lake is like,
oh, you're
okay,
locking in on bro.
I might be the goat.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. All
I
right.
pull Lake aside and I tell him, remember, Lake, you're in charge of Chronos on this mission. You know, just as a senior. Chronos, don't worry about it too much. It's not some sort of like hierarchical thing. You'll be able to prove your merit, no problem. But you know, just in case some information drops or something odd, just go to Lake with it. He's got a smart head on his shoulders and he can handle it. Occasionally I'll be out for other reasons.
Well, since everybody's got their, what they want to do for now figured out. Unfortunately, because me and Jericho have been relegated to Squad 2 and Squad 3, we have to go train our pupils. So. Jericho immediately, like, lets out the largest sigh you've ever heard and then just walks away.
Take care, Sir Jericho.
And then Terminus follows behind them. And they walk away. And as they walk away, the session ends. As you guys prepare for your quests. Is there anything you guys would like to say before heading out?
I immediately tried to be Aura Man and almost ate shit for it with the dice roll.
It's pretty funny. All right.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time. Not next Saturday, though. Ha 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 ha. All right. Later.